Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So as requested, here is Jacob's car running, and it's got a deck lid on it now. Everything's working, pretty much ready to go. We wanted to put some more miles on it before Jacob takes it home, so we're probably gonna drive it around some on Saturday after the holiday. But listen to this thing, freaking killer. Give it a little rev here. I mean, that doesn't sound like, let me go ahead and, well, here, let's walk back here. That does not really sound like a little stock 1600 with some dual carbs on it to me. But there it is. Super responsive. Okay, now I'm going to turn it off. Because it's kind of loud, but in a good way. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, this thing is freaking killer. So happy. So we pretty much got it all back together, checked, double checked everything, got the lids on it and stuff like that. And Jacob and I took it for probably maybe a 4 or 5 mile test drive, just kind of like one of the loops that I make here on surface streets, one of my standard loops that I make here around the city of Orange. And dude, this thing is smooth and responsive, and it sounds bitchin'. Dude, Jacob is very, very happy now. He was so stoked driving this thing, and I can see why. Because, I mean, this was always a cool car, but with the stuff that we did here on the engine, the improvements, the dual carbs, the exhaust, just cleaning it all up and making it look bitchin', vintage classic specialist style. This car, I can't get enough of this car. I'm actually going to miss having it in the shop, but be very happy for Jacob here when he takes it, because he drives the crap out of this thing, and he's ready to drive the crap out of it again, but the new and improved version. So yeah, carburetor tuning, couple things. I think I mentioned yesterday that Impy sometimes just details that you kind of have to scratch your head. So basically what we did was, on this side here, we made a little L bracket and attached the spring over there. So now the spring is actually going at an angle where it's doing something, right? And then on this side, it was even more simple. Pretty much we just drilled a hole, you can see there, in that existing bracket, and then put the spring over there at that angle. So it's also actually doing something. So yeah, once we got those figured out, then we pretty much synchronized the carburetors, synchronized the linkage. Before that, we checked the timing, and it's pretty much perfect. It's 32 degrees at full advance, which is usually about what we'd set a stock motor at with a 009 distributor. And yeah, synchronized them. So Jacob learned how to synchronize his carburetors and did a great job of that. And we adjusted the idle mixture, which was super, super rich. The motor was running very rough, and we got it synchronized left to right, and it was still just running super, super rough. So I thought, well, I need to check the mixture anyway. So the mixture screws, which is this one here, they were probably backed out like 6 turns or something like that. Ridiculous. They should be more like a turn and a half or 2. And so the way these carburetors came out of the box, they were set up so rich at idle that I think it was just like pretty much puking raw gas down there, which is why it was running so rough. So once we got the idle mixture set on both sides, totally smoothed out, we kind of reset the idle speed and resynced everything and got everything running butter smooth, and pretty much took it for a spin. And yeah, like I said, this thing runs killer. I haven't driven it yet. I'm probably going to take it for a little spin on Saturday when Jacob and I are, doing its final checks and stuff. I'm excited to drive it because I could tell riding in it that this thing runs really good, and I think it's going to feel much stronger than a 1600. Just kind of my impression. So big improvement there with the carbs and that little exhaust. So that happened today. So big deal here, and barring any unforeseen anything, Jacob should be taking this thing home on Saturday after we put a few more miles on it. We've got to adjust his headlights. This one's got an issue where it can't be adjusted. One of the little adjusters is stripped out, so we'll probably find some donor parts and get those adjusted. And other than that, yeah, it's going to be ready for him to take. So very exciting. So for me, continued working on Van Halen here. Pretty much added the ignition system today. So cap, rotor, wires, and then I went ahead and wired in the ignition system, wired in the alternator. Pretty much everything on the motor now is wired and hooked up. The only exception being, which isn't really the motor, but there's this wire here which runs up to the reverse light switch on the transmission. This wire typically runs to the positive side of the coil, and that's where it gets its power from. So and usually it goes through a little inline fuse, so I need to wire that up. I'll probably run it underneath here real clean and up to the coil. But yeah, that's the only other wire. And then this one dangling here is of course just the license plate light, so that won't get wired up for a little while. But yeah, very happy with how that's all coming out. The other thing I did was I started putting the one-piece window scraper setup on this side. So this has got some tape right here now because I'm letting the weather strip adhesive dry that I had to glue the front of it on where there's no clips. So that's pretty much what I got done today on this guy. Rafa worked on both of these buses some today. I think that this one, it actually didn't have the seal on this door. I didn't realize that. I thought it was already on there. But yeah, he went ahead and put that on. And I think that was about it for this one. The other one, the turquoise one here, got its front door mechanisms. We got the door remotes from a fellow that we get parts from sometimes, so you can see the remote sticking out right there. So yeah, that mechanism is in now. And door handles came kind of late in the day, so we didn't get those on yet. But yeah, the mechanisms are on. So pretty much a matter of like bolting door handles on here at this point. So that's pretty much what happened today. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few things, but those are kind of the biggies. The huge one though is Jacob's car. Super happy for Jacob to get this thing back, and I'm very, very pleased with how it's running, how it sounds. Very smooth, very powerful, very responsive. I think he's really going to have a good time with it. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. That is it for this week, because tomorrow is, of course, Thanksgiving, and the next day is Friday. So I'll be off Thursday and Friday, and I'll probably be in the shop. Well, not probably. I'll definitely be in the shop on Saturday, finishing this thing up here with Jacob. So maybe I'll shoot a quick day in the life on Saturday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. If not, for some reason, then I will see you again on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, at least for those of us in the U.S. So see you guys soon. Bye.